We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from Hammond's, it is the Raspberry Habanero Dark Chocolate with Raspberry and Chile Flakes. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see. Let's see what we can see. We're just, okay, so we have jalapeno. Not a good start. Oh, whoa. Whoa, it's the jam. Habanero, raspberry habanero filling. All right. Okay. You have my attention, natural flavor and jalapeno powder. So Hammond's I have seen in grocery stores. I every once in a while wander through the candy aisle just to see if they have something like a hot chocolate bar. Most of the time, 9 out of 10 times, it's no. And this one, however, I came across elsewhere and I had to hunt it down. And fortunately, somebody actually did have it on the shelf. So I went there to go get it so I could bring it to you. This wonderfully gorgeous, look at that, that's very pretty. Wow. Wow. Oh, whoa. Check. Okay. It's already, there's a bazillion degrees as I film this. And it's already melting on my fingers. Son of a. Okay. I want to show you the inside of one of these. So, oh, actually, there we go. This looks a bit like the Raspberry Rain, sort of. You could check out that video. That is a challenge bar, and that was pretty hot because that was Reapers. You can check out that video. It is in the challenges playlist if you're interested. But okay, we're gonna have to get into this because otherwise I'm gonna be wearing too much of it. So here we go. You know, okay, so when you buy like those Brock's candies, they have the filled center ones, and they're super cloyingly sweet chocolate. Wow, that's what this is. Now, the chocolate itself isn't cloyingly sweet. Chocolate actually seems okay, but that filling, it is aggressively hyper sweet. So this, it's a small bar. This is only a 2 1/4 ounce bar. But it's going to be a bit of a struggle. No heat to speak of. Wow, this is just... I've never been a fan. Nothing against Brock's candy. I've just never been a fan of that because it is aggressively hyper sweet, too much so for me. I am not that big of a fan of things that are that sweet. It's just not me. It's not my thing. We're almost through the bar. Heat is minimal, if any. I don't even think there's any here. I'm not getting any. Oh, man. I don't want to continue this. I really don't. I'm not getting any heat. I mean, the bar is almost gone. I'm going to, but... Oh, man. This is aggressively hyper sweet. I don't understand where the habanero is really playing into things here. There's got to be very little of it. I'm getting a really very light sort of prickling on my tongue. And that's about it. It's not even enough for me to call it a default one. Alright, let's put this son of a bitch to rest. I probably wouldn't have been able to eat that at all if it would have been milk chocolate. As it was, it is just way too sweet. Just way too sweet. Daddy don't like. Okay. Oh, I've got to get that out of my mouth. Wow, that is just too much. There you go. Next time, one of those competitive eaters wants a challenge, they can try to slug down a case of these things. I couldn't do it. This was. You guys have seen me eat. If you watch some of these videos here, you guys have watched me eat a pretty fair amount of food at one time in the past. I've eaten entire pizzas on this channel, and a little 2.5 ounce bar should just be a little blip on the radar. I've done a bunch of these actually as well. There's a whole playlist dedicated to spicy chocolate bars, and so for this one, I mean, it's 1,000,000 degrees right now, but even with that, this one was just so aggressively hyper sweet. It was, you saw it, right? This was a struggle. So, flavor wise, not good for me at all. Heat wise, it was pretty non-existent. Which is a shame, because a little bit of heat in there and maybe just a tad bit of salt or something like that in that filling to cut down that cloying hyper aggressive sweetness. I mean, they at least paired it with the dark chocolate, and some of the aftertaste of the dark chocolate wasn't bad. I think it's a dark chocolate that's closer to Dove, so it's one of the ones that is a bit maybe like 60% or so cacao. But I mean, amping up the bitterness, I think you still would have had just a crazy clash in there. It was too much. I mean, that's the bottom line. It was just too hyper sweet to be a good bar. But also, like, what is the point of saying there's habanero in there if there's no heat to go with it? Like, you wouldn't put habanero powder in there as a flavoring agent, because that would just make no sense. Like, it would just get steamrolled, which is what happened here. It got just flattened by the filling. So in that light, then you say, okay, well, it should be in there for heat, and I agree, but there is no heat to be had here. So very puzzling bar. Definitely not something I would ever care to repeat, and we'll just leave it there. So that was the Hammond's Raspberry Habanero Dark Chocolate Bar. Now go forward in peace to serve the flame.